Hey everybody, it's Glenn back with another Clash Royale analysis video. I picked this one from the CRL East Special Season Playoffs between Expo Master and Blizzard as one I wanted to focus on because of the Firecracker play. This was incredible. I think this led to the win for Expo Master, and let's break this down here because this was really, it was really amazing. Firecracker is not a win condition at all, but the way it was played in this game, I thought had to be highlighted. So we don't see Firecracker in the beginning. We see Blizzard go with Miner. And it was really ideal that Expo Master decided to put the Spear Goblins aside from here to the center instead of right on the Miner so that it could stay there. And it could go to the tower, but here comes this Mega Minion. Doesn't let that happen. These bats play at the center because we don't know which way we're going, although this miner was played on the right side. Did some damage, and here comes Firecracker to make its debut in the game. Gets stopped by poison. So, nothing doing right here at the moment. But this Royal Giant comes in, and Blizzard has to play Cage, or else this Royal Giant's going to have so much fun at the tower. And he played Cage right in front here instead of to the center. We see a lot of plays where Cage is played right at the center. And yes, it does stop those targets from going to the Princess Tower, but by playing Cage right here right in front, got up in Royal Giant's face and played it right here so that the moment this cage breaks, the Goblin comes in and just starts smacking the Royal Giant. And that's what should be happening. If it goes here, if it's played in the center, as we're going to see here in a second, although this is not the ideal card to talk about it, but if this was played in the center, this Royal Giant may get an extra hit on the tower. So we see Expo Master go with Cage in the center. And that's so this princess can come in and do some shots on it. Dark Prince comes down. This should take care of this goblin, and we don't have to worry about that. Here comes Spear Goblins. This is a 3.0 cycle deck. And so this miner was really ideal because it does stop these Spear Goblins, which means this Dark Prince has to come in. Can come in and do some shots, and that's why you see Delivery, because now Delivery has to deal with Dark Prince. These bats stop the miner. And we got something good going for like a second. So this is kind of our semi-pause until this Lava Hound gets played. And here comes this Firecracker here to answer to the Lava Hound and not the Mega Minion. So Expo Master is going to have to figure out a way to get this Mega Minion. Has to answer this Mega Minion because this Firecracker here is going to focus on this Lava Hound until this poison stops this Firecracker. So Blizzard has already determined that, okay, I have to use poison to stop Firecracker or else she is going to have so much fun stopping everything, including this Lava Hound. These Spear Goblins came in. They stopped the Mega Minion as long as possible. They didn't get the job done, so this is why this this Heal Spirit gets played just to cycle to these bats. And here comes another Firecracker, which was played to the left side of the King Tower. I thought that was really crucial to play. You didn't want to play up or play on the same side or play like right here where the Princess Tower is, because once the Lava Hound breaks, then one or two of these pups are going to focus on the Firecracker. By playing it over here, this Firecracker will now be safe because it's going to get pushed back every time it shoots. You see now, like this one and maybe this one would have targeted this Firecracker if it was played here or even played behind the Princess Tower. So don't want to take that chance. Play the Firecracker here to the left side, and then we preserve that Firecracker. Meanwhile, if we rewind here, this cage got put down to just distract this Lava Hound. It breaks. There it goes. And it looks like nothing's going to happen. It's going to get to the tower. Here comes this Dark Prince. So, in addition to the Firecracker being played on the left side to stop this Lava Hound from doing massive damage, it's now going to be able to come up here and support this Goblin if it had a chance. So, that was kind of like the faint chance of that happening. There's no way this can happen now. But at least once this Dark Prince finishes off this Goblin, this Dark Prince is not going to have a full run to the Princess Tower. It's going to get stopped by this Firecracker here. So it's going to stop, hit this Firecracker, and then do another run, and then hit the Princess Tower. But we see another cage get put down. So this is, like I said, this is a 3.0 cycle from Expo Masters. This is a fast cycle deck. And that push that I talked about earlier now can happen because we have this Goblin and this Firecracker here behind it. And now we have this Royal Giant that can really make the run for the tower here. It's going to get pushed back. This Firecracker keeps getting pushed back, supporting this Royal Giant to at least get a couple hits so that once this Royal Giant goes down, these opponents here won't be 100% health. They'll have some damage, and it buys time to bring somebody else in, which is delivery. Firecracker stays alive, and Firecracker not only stays alive throughout all of that, it now will have an opportunity to answer to this Lava Hound. Perhaps. We'll see. Oh, yeah, because this Royal Giant gets played, but it gets played up front. So it gets smacked out, but here comes another Firecracker. So there was always a Firecracker on the board at the key moments. That's why I think this was so high. It was highlight worthy because Expo Master played Firecracker so well that he always had one on the board at every crucial moment, especially here. So, like, even though Firecracker stepped ahead of Royal Giant, it looked like it was gonna be fine, but Royal Giant got played one step to the right of the bridge instead of dead center on the bridge. So that allowed Firecracker to just kind of squeak by, and then Dark Prince smacks her. But then another Firecracker comes in. It looks like this Baby Dragon is going to target it. Nope. And then Firecracker is going to be able to at least temporarily stop that. Here comes this Miner, but it goes at the King Tower, and we got a King Tower activation, which this, I mean, it looked like when Blizzard said good game, I guess he kind of knew that, all right, I might not have a chance of winning, or maybe it was a good game so far. You know, some people do say, hey, this is a really good game. But we got to rewind that because that was, I mean, my mind was blown when that happened here. Obviously, Blizzard is going to play Miner to target Firecracker. That was the whole point of him going right here. But there was no Firecracker to target, and he goes after the King Tower. So let's rewind that again. So here, we are right here. This looks pretty bad because you got nobody else, but he can cycle through to get to another Firecracker, or he can bring Cage out. So at this point right here, we see the Miner is about to come right now. It got activated. It got activated to go here. So it looks like it's in the safe zone. It will not go to the King Tower. And not only will it not go to the King Tower, it's going to be right here. It's going to smack this Firecracker. It'll go here. Here comes the Lava Hound with Dark Prince and Baby Dragon with Mecha Minion as support. And this game is over. It gets pushed back as it attacks the Baby Dragon. And the Baby Dragon does a belch right on the Firecracker. This cage comes down with delivery. So everybody now focuses on this except for Baby Dragon, who does one more belch That's going to go right on Firecracker right as Miner comes in, when it looked like Miner was going to do that himself and just finish off Firecracker, but there was nothing to finish. And so instead of being one tile above to help deal with that Firecracker, he's now one tile back, and now the closest target is the King Tower. I could not believe it when I saw that play, because now Expo Master got a King Tower activation for free. And so now he can play further back any Firecracker or any Spear Goblins that are played the rest of the way, because he has a massive lead and a King Tower activation. So with this cage gone and these Spear Goblins here, it's now up to the Spear Goblins to stop this Mega Minion so that they can finish off this Lava Hound here. So here comes another Firecracker. Finishes off that Mega Minion. And you have these Spear Goblins that are targeting this Lava Hound. And it looked like, again, this is going to be a bad situation, but there should be a cage. Nope, it was delivery, and this Firecracker stays alive to help the delivery take out that Dark Prince, and it gets pushed back far enough. Remember, it started at the King Tower, and now it's well behind the Princess Tower, parallel with the King Tower, that it'll be around to deal with this Lava Hound as this Royal Giant makes its push. This is really incredible. These bats come in, and they get some massive value on this Lava Hound with this Firecracker. A second Firecracker comes in. This Miner comes in to stop it, but gets another hit on the King Tower. I could not believe this. With the Brawler and the Baby Dragon gets stopped by delivery, and we have a pause and the inevitable win coming up. But we have to rewind that, because this was unbelievable by this Miner. So here we're about to see this Miner comes in, and its goal is to again finish off this Firecracker so it can at least free up the lane for these Lava Pups. I mean, because this Lava Hound is not going to, it can't attack the bats, and this Lava Hound is just unable to do anything right now with these bats. So once the Lava Hound breaks, at least let the Lava Pups do something to the Princess Tower. But the only way that can happen is if you get rid of this Firecracker. So that's why the Miner gets played right here. So this Miner comes in, it gets played right here, and its target is the Firecracker here, but the Firecracker backed up, and the Miner goes after the King Tower instead. It was really insane. I mean, look right here. So the moment right here, the Miner is activated, and the Firecracker has not hooked onto a target yet. It's positioning. If you think of it like Mega Knight, where Mega Knight pauses, looks for a target, and jumps. So Firecracker is kind of not necessarily the same thing, but it kind of thinks of it in that way. It walks, it pauses, and it looks for a target, and then it goes for it. At this moment right here, it is not looked for a target. It is still walking, so that the moment Miner comes in, it is the closest target. If it had kept walking forward, it would have locked into this Lava Pup right here, which then would have said, okay, then the Miner would have gone in and took out the Firecracker right here. But it now locks in right here and then hits the closest target it is to itself. The Firecracker targets the closest, hits the closest target, which is now the Miner, which backs it up. So now the Miner is kind of in on an island with nowhere to go except for the closest target to him, which is not the Firecracker anymore. It's now the King Tower. I thought that was, again, another unbelievable play of this Firecracker here to essentially fool this Miner into thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to have you, and I'm going to take you out. And that was not the case. And not only was that not the case, she survives until this poison comes down. And at this point, really, it's the inevitable, because if we rewind up here when this Royal Giant gets played, this delivery stops this Dark Prince. Here comes the Lava Hound. And so when this Royal Giant gets played, he just lets it go. With an Earthquake, Goblin Brawler, really just want to get 1, maybe 2 shots. He does get 2 shots on the tower. Meanwhile, this miner is a sad miner. And so we've reached the ending. There really isn't anything that Blizzard can really break through unless there's like a massive push, because everything is going to get stopped by Cage, and then another Firecracker comes in right now, comes in, stops the Dark Prince, walks forward. It looked like it was going to start walking to the right. Nope, it says, all right, I'm going to just have some fun with this baby dragon. Another Earthquake comes in, Lava Hound right up front, but really, Expo Master can just cycle through to another Earthquake if he wanted, which he does, and that's game. I thought the play of the Firecracker, the usage of Firecracker from Expo Master, really, I mean, it was just so mind-blowing because of the plays that were happening to just stop the miner from really doing anything. And it looked like it was done, and then it wasn't. And then when plays looked like they were going to evolve one way, ended up evolving in a different way. I mean, Royal Giant took up the tower. There's nothing else that can be said about that. But really, you look again, they focused on the Cage right here, but it was really about that King Tower activation that led to Expo Master opening up his playbook. He was able to now play back, especially with that Lava Hound being played right up at the bridge at times. And he was able to just slowly get his way to the win. As we see here, yep, it's a 3.0 deck versus the 3.9 deck, and that's because of the Lava Hound got used 4 times miner. Just a couple of unfortunate events from the miner. Delivery came through when it needed to, and Royal Giant just really did its job, while the Firecracker really was the MVP of this game. So congrats to Expo Master on this win right here. I'm going to end the video right here. It was, again, go watch it. It was unbelievable. Yeah, just an amazing play of this Firecracker. So thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button wherever you're watching this. Be sure to hit the subscribe wherever you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next video.